Toyota has revealed a new Century model which takes the form of an SUV, although the term is nowhere to be found anywhere in the official release. Keep in mind the Century SUV doesn't replace the third-generation Century sedan that made its debut back in 2018, as the latter will continue to be offered to customers. In terms of pricing, the Century SUV retails for 25 million yen, Rm 792,041, which is more than the Century sedan that goes for 20.08 million yen, Rm 636,168. With that price tag, the Century SUV now is the most expensive new Toyota passenger car on sale in Japan. The carmaker expects to sell just 30 units per month. Toyota's new Century for the next century is built on the Toyota New Global Architecture, TNGA, with front McPherson struts and rear multi-link, both with stabilizer. Besides better torsional rigidity and ride comfort, the platform used for the Century SUV also features something called the luggage compartment separate structure. As the company explains, noise-reducing clear laminated glass is used on the cabin side of the cargo space separator to properly separate the cabin from the cargo area, with 340 liters of capacity, and achieve the privacy and astounding quietness associated with chauffeur-driven vehicles. 2024 Toyota Century SUV debuts, TNGA-based luxury 4-seater, 3.5 liters V6 PHEV, priced from Rm 792K in Japan. If you're curious how the Century SUV stacks up against its sedan stablemate in terms of
dimensions, here are the official figures. Toyota Century SUV. Length, 5,205 mm. Width, 1,990 mm. Height, 1,805 mm. Wheelbase, 2,950 mm. Coupled distance, 1,220 mm. Weight, 2,570 kilograms. As for the design, the Century SUV is a blocky SUV with a profile that is reminiscent of the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Some of the sedan's cues are evident here, including the shape of the front grille, Century script on the tailgate and exquisitely engraved Phoenix emblems. Luxury is in the details, which is why the certain painted surfaces on the Century SUV are meticulously polished to achieve a mirror finish. The door panels also boast kick-home and chamfering to accentuate certain lines for a smooth visual flow. The Century SUV's face is differentiated from the sedan by 3 large air intakes in the lower apron. While the split headlamps have 2 lighting elements within each cluster, this is also replicated for the rear tail lights for a distinctive lighting signature. The standard wheel size is 20 inches, with 22-inch units available as an option. The highlight of the Century SUV is its interior, and those getting into the rear will do so via doors that open to a wide 75-degree angle and automatic retractable side steps. To make ingress and egress even easier, there are also grips on the C-pillars. Swing doors too conventional. The Century SUV can also be specified with powered sliding rear doors. Unlike the Century sedan that seats 5, the SUV only accommodates 4. With those at the rear greeted a large panoramic glass roof and 2 individual chairs, with ottoman and massaging functions, separated by a high center console. The seat behind the front passenger can be set to fully recline for that airplane feel, and other amenities include a refrigerator, plenty of storage spaces, an ambient lighting system, an 18-speaker sound system and touchscreen displays. At the front, Toyota says the Century SUV's cockpit is equipped with functions and features that support professional drivers and enhance ease of use. Rather than shoving everything into the 12.3-inch wide format touchscreen, there are plenty of physical controls for the climate system, seats and other functions to make sure they can be accessed with fumbling through menus. The Phoenix emblem on the steering wheel is also a nice touch. And in keeping with modern times, there's a head-up display and a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that provides info on the status of the plug-in hybrid powertrain. Yes, The Century SUV is a PHEV and it uses a setup similar to what you'll find in the Lexus TX 550 hours plus instead of the electrified 5.0-liter V8 in the Century sedan. The PHEV powertrain provides a total system output of 412 PS, 406 horsepower or 303 kilowatts, which is slightly less than the hybrid V8 in the Century sedan that serves up 431 PS, 425 horsepower or 317 kilowatts. The SUV can also drive for up to 69 kilometers purely on electricity thanks to its lithium-ion battery, which takes 3.5 hours to charge when plugged into an AC charger rated at 6 kilowatts, 200 V/30A. A vehicle-to-load (V2L) system is also included. The specifications of the plug-in hybrid powertrain in the Century SUV are that: Number 1 engine, 2GRFXS 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 with D4S, direct and port injection. Number 2 engine output, 262 PS, 259 horsepower or 193 kilowatts, at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 335 Nm at 4,600 revolutions per minute. Number 3 transmission, ECVT. Number 4 front electric motor, 5 nautical miles, 182 PS, 180 horsepower or 134 kilowatts, and 270 Nm. Number 5 rear electric motor, E4 advanced AWD, 1Y, 109 PS, 107 horsepower or 80 kilowatts, and 169 Nm. Number 6 total system output, 412 PS, 406 horsepower or 303 kilowatts. Other driving-related features include dynamic rear steering, rear wheel steering, to help with maneuverability, while a rear comfort mode supports the driver's control of the vehicle to make sure rear passengers remain comfortable by assisting braking control to suppress jolts when the vehicle comes to a halt. The full Toyota Safety Sense suite of advanced driver assistance systems is also included as part of the standard kit list. Hope you enjoyed